Hi everyone, it's Helen here. How is everyone today? So we have this special box that we're going to be making today, but I have a few extra bits and bobs here to show you first. I have a few things that are back in stock, including this Altenew magazine at the back there. So pop along on the comments and say hello, and if you are I just need to turn that down, I've got myself playing on my phone as well. So if you're watching on the replay, you know, pop on and say hi as well. I read those comments too, so I don't want anyone to be excluded at all. But I can see on my phone here, it's right in front of me here, the writing's really small. I could probably see it better all the way on my screen over there, so I'm going to do my best to try my best to actually, you know, keep an eye on the comments, because that's something I always do. But everyone says that when they do a live, there's always comments that they miss out on. So I'm going to say hello to a few people here. So let me just grab my phone. Okay, so we have Lynn. Hi Lynn. Having thunderstorms, giving you a headache. Oh dear, yeah, there's definitely some pressure there as well. But I do enjoy a good thunderstorm. And we have Salsian Quilt from Poland. She's called Margaret, and I'm her scrapbooking guru. Thank you. Scrapbooking is something I really want to get into. We have to bring scrapbooking back, even if it's, you know, for the modern day. Things have changed in the last 10 years since it really took off over 10 years ago, but things are a bit different. So I want to ride, or maybe even lead that wave. I think I need to just bring it back somehow, even if it is, you know, slightly different for the modern era. But okay, so hi Debbie. So it says thunder in Woking as well. Hi Donna, and hello to Chapter Crafts as well, and the Canadian Crafter. I'll be watching a YouTube video after this. I have it all ready to go. So I don't actually watch many craft tutorials anymore on YouTube. I'm into like bushcraft and survival things like that, so I love to watch Alone and Ray Mears. Love that, and winter bushcraft is my favorite. And last couple of weeks the camping ban and the open fire ban has been lifted in Canada, and that is where a lot of my favorite YouTubers have their channels and where they live. So I'll be watching a Joe Robinette video after this. I've saved it for later, just before bedtime, so I'll be watching that after I've done this live tutorial. Okay, so that is plenty of waffling on. Okay, so we're going to be making this box today, and we're going to be using the medium exploding box die set. Now this has been really difficult for us to keep in stock, because every time it comes back it sells out pretty much straight away again. Now this was one of the first die sets I released back in 2018, and it sold out on the first day of its release. And then back in January we released the medium exploding box additions die set. Now it's this die set here that is going to turn it into an exploding box. It's like a memory exploding box. So it's going to have pockets here and all these mats here as well. So I'll be getting right into that in a moment. And I have the boxes here to show you, but just a little bit of housekeeping first. So the large ornate gift bag die set, this is back in stock. This has sold out a few times already since its launch, so that is back in. And we also have the gable box die set. This sells out quite a bit as well. That is back. We've just got all these back in the last week, so that is in stock. And we also have the Doctor's Bag die set. It's not back yet, but it is available now for pre-order. And if you haven't seen the Doctor's gift bag, it is this one here. So it's a lovely like bowler's style, or even a lecturer's briefcase, even a doctor's bag, that Gladstone bag style. So I absolutely love this one. It opens up and there's so much room for loads of stuff. So that is available now for pre-order, and all the links for everything that I've shown you today will be down below. I just love this bag, and you can even double it up. On one of my live videos I made a giant sized one. So here it is. It's massive. Okay, and so that's the doctor's bag. That is available for pre-order, and I'm so excited that that is coming back. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Altenew magazine. Now this keeps selling out, and they keep making more and bringing it back in, so this is probably the third time now that it is back. It's a gorgeous die set, and I do have a video on here where I make this particular scrapbook page here of my daughter, so I am in this one, but I absolutely love this. You get the papers, you get the dies that cut out the flowers and the leaves, and the 5-step flower, as well as the stencils. Okay, so that is Altenew box 1, and the link for that will be down below. I'm so happy that that's, you know, back. All right, so which one should I open first? Just want to double check. Yes, it's this one here. Okay, I'm going to open this one first because this is the exploding die set, the medium exploding box die set. So let's show you which die set this belongs to here. Trying to keep my eye on those comments. So Debbie Sage doesn't have the edition, so that is absolutely fine. If you don't have the editions, you can get that, or if you don't have any of them, you can get them both. So there's no, like, you know, either or anything like that. So yes, Louise is saying yes, bring it back, bring scrapbooking back. I am on a mission. I will bring it back. I will. Okay, so this is what this die set does, just on its own. I'm sure you've seen this before. This opens up, and you know I love my exploding gift boxes. And then in each one, there is room there. There's room there for 4 Ferrero Rochers or any treats that you want to put in. So that will take 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Yeah, 4 times 4. Anyone good at maths? My brain's not working because I'm in live mode at the moment, which means mathematics runs away. It's gone out the door. Okay, so that is the medium exploding box die set, and in January we released the medium exploding box editions die set. That is what is going to turn this into a memory album. So this opens up like that, and then we have the center bit here, and I've made this using both of these die sets together. So you can actually make these without dies if you wanted to, but it will take you a long time, and there's, you know, you've got to work out all the measurements and get everything right. With this die set, you can just run it through. As with most die sets, it's there to make your life easy, and there's enough creativity in here and options that you can use to actually make a different one each time. So here we have the center flaps in here. You can put photos on the inside and the outside of that central box. And this here is basically the lid from the original set. So that's part of that. And again, what is really nice about this die set, this actually just makes my heart sing actually. This part here, the mat here, is the shape of this thumb tab there. That is notoriously difficult to get. I don't think I've ever managed to get that perfect doing it manually with a round circle punch or anything like that. So to have that just sings to me, it really does. And we have pockets in each section, and we have pockets here so you can pop stuff in there. So you can get really creative. That's not the right lid, here we are. And I have a second example to show you guys. So again, you get all of these leaves and flowers and the lovely ornate label here, and the words, no, you don't get the word special, that's from another die set, but you can add anything you want on top of there. And this one opens up exactly the same, but this one's a little bit different. I've taken 2 of these boxes, so I've designed this one, this height here of this wall here, to take 2 of these exploding boxes. So if you wanted, you know, you could turn this into a treat gift box and just forget about all of the pockets. You can add another 2 here and another 2 here, and you will have a double exploding box. So that kind of makes it a lot taller. So in here You can add keepsakes, trinkets. You know, if this was for a baby or something like that, you can add, you know, locks of hair, first tooth. It's basically, this one's designed for little keepsakes, and also to pop in a few memories as well. I've got a couple of photos here. Let's pop that. That's me on my wedding day. Got some blossom there. I've got my baby cat there when he was a baby. You know, there's loads of, you know, different things. Will that fit in there? That might be a bit long, but you can just trim them down, you know. So you can pop those in there. That's a little bit too big, a bit too long, but you can trim that down. There's loads of room here for me to trim that. But I can just pop that in there and just pop all my photos in. There is absolutely loads of room in those pockets. And you can map them as well. Okay, so let me go to the comments again. I'm sure I've missed a few. And I know you like to chat amongst yourselves as well. So I'm hoping you've all had your dinner and everything like that. I eat quite late, so I'm just going to pop all these over here because I've been die cutting today. I was die cutting during Jeanette's live again, so I was getting all ready. Okay, so let's get started. Right, so what are you going to need to do? Okay, so as I'm using both of the die sets, I'm going to start off with this one, and I'm going to use the large one here to make this lid. So this is the main lid for the box. So I'm going to start off with that one. So I've done that already. And I'm just going to quickly show you, I have missed a step. What papers am I going to be using? That would be nice for you guys to know, wouldn't it? So much for me to remember. Okay, so I'm using the Flying High set. Now this is currently $19.99 at Craft Stash. It's an 8x8 paper pad, and it's the whole set here. So this is from Craftwork cards, so I'm sure you've seen these before, but these are absolutely stunning, beautiful papers. This is going to make a lovely, wonderful exploding memory box for us. So those are all the designs there, and as you can see, I've had a good bash at some of them, and there's still loads left. And then you also get these die cut toppers here as well, so I might just be taking a couple of these out because this would make a really nice birthday themed memory album. So you get 4 of those, and then we have some lovely butterflies here. These all pop out as well, and they're taking the designs from the papers as well. So you get 4 of those. Then we have some bunting here. Some of them are scalloped, and you also get some of these ornate style scalloped toppers as well, so they make some lovely images. You get 4 of those, and then at the back there, I've already had a good bash at these too. You get 5 sheets of each colour, so you get the green, these are all 8x8, you get the beige, you get the light pink, and yeah, it's 4 colours, and then you get the dark pink. I've used mostly all of those, but I do have scraps, so I'll be keeping everything together. So I've had this for a good year now in my stash, and I've really wanted to use it, so I'm thinking it's going to be really perfect for using on this exploding mini album. Okay, so I've cut the main big lid, so let's get that glued together. So there's going to be a lot of me gluing today, so hopefully I'll be able to keep an eye on the chat as well. So I'm using Cosmic Shimmer here. It dries clear, and it's a super strong glue. And these die sets, they're going to cut everything for you and do all of the score lines for you as well. So it really makes putting this together really easy, because we've all been there. Last minute presents and things like that. Imagine making one of these, making an exploding memory box album from scratch last minute. I would say that would be quite stressful, but to have the dies, you can just quickly, and you can even then make, you know, a treat box to go along with it as well, and put some chocolates in it too. Okay, so that is the lid done. Okay, so we're going to move on to the base now. There isn't actually a base piece in any of the die sets because it's a very simple thing for you to cut out yourselves. So I'm just going to grab the card, I've put it all over here. I'm going to go for this lovely green here. I think I've got a top this colour. I haven't actually managed to wear it yet because I bought it just before lockdown and I haven't worn it yet. So the measurement we're going to be needing is 4 1/8 of an inch. And by 4 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and now what we can do is pop on the side pieces. So I have the side pieces here. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm wearing my microphone in a different place today, so I'm hoping that's okay. I'm guessing you can hear me all right because no one said anything, and you seem to, in your comments, you seem to be responding to what I'm saying. Okay, so I have done a bit of prep work already. So I've cut out 4 of these main pieces. And one thing I do is when I'm working on a die set, I try to do all of my die cutting at the same time. So I tip the whole lot into a tray, and then I can just rifle through for whichever ones I need. And this one here is quite a clever die because you can use this as the corners to join the box together to make a complete gift box. So you can turn it into a normal gift box as well with the lid. So the die I've used for this one are these 2 here. So I've cut 4 of those, and then I've used the extra die here just to make the mat. So we're going to glue these ones on first. So it's up to you whether you want to do them on the inside or the outside. I'm hoping that hasn't dried up. I'll give it a go. So let's see what these were so long ago then when I made these. I popped these on the inside. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, the glue's still good. So other than the weather, how is everybody? I know in the UK we're having a lot of rain showers and thunder and things, but other than that, is everyone good? I've had an exciting week. Last Tuesday we got chickens. Now at the beginning of lockdown we ordered some chickens. There was a waiting list for them, and we were like 92 on that waiting list, and it took all that time, 12 weeks, for us to actually get to the point where we had chickens. So we've been ready for the last 2 months with our chicken coop. It's all ready, and we bought the food, we had everything ready so that when we got the chickens we'd be ready to go. So they are very young though. They're the youngest looking chickens I've ever had. We have had chickens before, and we normally get them round about 18, 19 weeks, something like that. And these look round about 14 to 15 weeks. They still have they look like miniature chickens basically. You can tell they haven't filled out much, and they still have their little chicky noises that they make, like a young chicken noise. They haven't grown out of that yet. I mean, they are capable of making the normal chicken noises as well, but they're still making the little young noises, so I know they're quite young. So we haven't let them out of the little run yet. We have a little run and a big run, so we've kept them in the little one. There's more protection in the smaller one that they're in, because the other one's more open. So just because they're age, we're keeping them in there for a little longer. But yeah, that was really exciting. The kids were really excited, and my daughter's been getting up every morning to actually let them out, so I haven't had to do much work at all really, which is surprising. Okay, so I have everything glued here. Ideally I would have used the base there being the same colour as the sides, but I ran out of cardstock, so these are all going to lift up just like that. And what I'll do is I'll cut out another piece of coloured patterned paper, I would say, for that, for the centre, but I'm going to add the pockets next. So here are the pockets, so let's grab the dies that I use for that. Okay, so I've used this die here with the thumbnail, no need to get your circle punch out. And this die here, and you can see there, they just nest perfectly. So Debbie's saying it states on the deeds that they're not allowed to keep chickens. I have heard of that before. Okay, so I've decided on this pattern here, so I'm going to have these two patterns opposite, and then these two here are also from the same piece of paper. The background is the same, so I'm hoping you can still see that. Maybe I should make some more space, but everything seems to be running okay. Okay, so I've already folded everything down, but I'm just going to just do it again. So Debbie's saying there are a lot of foxes around here. Yes, our last bunch of chickens that we had, I think it was 2014, I think, when we had them. Yeah, a fox did manage to get in, so it's something I'm quite wary of. And I think the next door's rabbit, that was got by a fox as well, which was really sad because it was a really cute rabbit. And last year I was hanging the washing out in the garden, and a fox came in the garden. He was just jumping over the fence, and then he jumped over the other fence, the opposite, and then he was just jumping over all of the fences in the garden. So I was like, oh, Mr. Fox. I do love foxes though, that's the thing. Mr. G, he's a little bit more apprehensive about the fox due to the chicken situation. Okay, so what I just did there is I just making sure that I could close that properly. So there's nothing like sticking on your pocket and then you can't close it up. So I will post on my Helen Griffin UK Facebook page. I will pop on some photographs there. If you're not following me over there, go over there and like my page, and I will pop up some of my chicken photos up there. So they're going to be a few weeks off laying, probably about a month and a half, I would say. So we have a Rhode Island Ranger. She's like the ginger one. She's the boss. And we've got a really dark one. I can't remember what that one was called. And then we also have a bluebell as well, which is like a grey coloured chicken. So we've got different ones, so then they do slightly different eggs as well, so then I can tell which hen is laying, which is quite handy to know. Okay, so I'm just doing all this gluing on. Yeah, fox cubs, they are really cute. So again, you can use double-sided tape for getting these pockets down. But as you can see, I'm just leisurely putting this together. I'm not referring back to my measurements, making sure I've got everything right. I've made all of my decisions when I was die cutting on the patterned paper that I was using for each pocket. I probably should have cut this a bit lower because I don't know if this pocket here is going to cover this image. It does a little bit, but that's fine. But yeah, all the hard work has been done for me, and now I'm just sticking and gluing. So does anyone know if the Cosmic Shimmer is back in stock? Or, I mean, it's still in stock. I know it's back in stock, but I'm hoping it hasn't gone back out of stock, because I've used half of my bottle up now and I need to order another one, but it's something I always forget to check. I think Lou normally knows the answer to that one. And also with the craft long that I want to do, I'm still looking at the paper bags. So I have ordered some in, so I'm just waiting for them to come. They come tomorrow, so I'll be able to check those out and then I'll let you guys know. Okay, so moving on to the next set of pockets, the smaller ones. These pop onto here. You can leave these off if you want to. Just get creative and do whatever you want to do. So these also come with the thumb holes with the shaped mat as well, so that nests together nicely. So I haven't actually put the mats on those. Where did I put the mats? Here we go. I've got a whole load of mats already cut out as well, so I'm keeping all of these the same papers. So I went for the hot air balloons there. Okay, so there's lots of gluing here involved. So that's kind of the thing with when you have a die set to make a whole project. There's a whole lot of die cutting in at the beginning, and then there's a whole load of gluing as well. But it is fun. I find this quite relaxing. It's not too relaxing when I'm trying to work stuff out and writing down measurements. There's always something I write down wrong and things like that. So this for me, this is quite relaxing. So I'm going to add the pocket mat on now. So if you were to make one of these, what would you use it for? Like a baby memory album? Again, if you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments. And if you have made this already, I would love to see some photographs. So yes, Debbie, I know he's saying yes, it's still in stock. That's good. I shall have to order some. I've got absolutely loads of this paper left over, so what else could I do with this paper? It kind of has a little bit of like a circusy theme with these strips here, these sun rays. It kind of just reminds me a bit of like a circus theme. So Debbie's saying a wedding, that would make a lovely wedding memory box. You can pop bits in there if you use it with some of the inside boxes as well. So one of the grandchildren, yes, so you could do one for each of the grandchildren, or if you have a family of 4 grandchildren in the same family, they could have like a pocket each, couldn't they? I do, Debbie. I need to buy it in bulk. I'll buy 2 next time. Is that bulky enough? I don't know. Probably not. I don't want to. Thing is, though, if I buy too much, then there's not going to be enough for anyone else. That's something I've been really wary of going to the shops. I feel really bad if there's one left and I take it. Somebody else might really want it or need it, but then I don't know. I got there first, I guess, but I wouldn't ever clear a shelf and leave nothing for anyone else. Lots of sticking, lots of gluing. So I'm hoping I'm going to have a really nice finished box album by the end of today's video. Almost there with the last pocket. There we go. I was worried that this video would be a bit short, but I don't think so with all this sticking and gluing. It's a good thing I didn't use double-sided tape, because I probably would have finished now and that would be the video over. So Debbie's saying I'll be buying it for their benefit. What I do wish, this comes in a 125ml bottle. It also comes in a 30ml bottle. What I need is a giant sized bottle that I can then refill. I mean, I know the Collal does. I have a massive bottle of Collal, but that's my emergency glue. So again, I just love the way that these matte dies follow this thumb curve there. That's really hard to do if you were doing that manually with a circle punch or a circle die. It's just really difficult to do. First come serve the golden rule. It's true. It's true. Okay, so now I'm going to cut a piece of paper for the center. So let's choose that. I could actually just go for that. I think I will. That needs to be cut down. So let's do that. How much does this measure? This is one of my offcuts. So that measures 3 and 7/8 by 3 and 7/8. I'm just going to do 3 and 7/8 by 3 and 7/8, and that should cover the inside nicely. So let's that glued down. So Debbie's saying she'd love to see one in lilacs and purples. I do have one in lilacs and purples that I showed at the beginning. Is that the one you were talking about? Or are you talking about the glue, Debbie? Okay, so we're on to the next part now. So the box in the middle, you can just put an ordinary box in just like this, and maybe glue another one on top of the lid so you have a stack of boxes. You can pop it on diagonally, you can pop it in straight as well. There's loads of different things that you can do. So the lid, these are the two lids here from the first die set, the original die set. So it's not from the additions at all, it's from the first die set, and it's, again, as I said, it's one of the lids here for that. So let's get those glued together. I'm just going to add glue to all of these tabs here and then stick it together. So she's saying hello, know the box. Yeah, I have a purpley one here. That's kind of, there's some lilacs and purples in there, but there's a mixture of like the greens as well. So the green would be the opposite on the colour wheel, I think, to the purple. So that's kind of like a complementary colour. And that was using, I think it's a Dovecraft paper pad. It was like a Valentine's themed one. Okay, so that's my first box done. Quickly do the second one. I think it's called Bloom in Love, I think that paper pad is. I won't be able to reach it because I've got my microphone plugged in. So I'm kind of stuck to my desk. Luckily, mostly everything is in arm's reach. Okay, so now we have two lids. So one's going to be the base for the box, the opening box, and the other one is going to be the top. So I have these sections here. I've already matted. Oh, I haven't actually. Let's do some more matting. Oh, you're probably going to be really bored of me doing all of this matting. So I have some here already cut out. So I'm going to have that in the middle. There we go. Oh, I have a couple missing. Never mind, I can do some die cutting. We can variate from matting. We can die cut some mats instead. Did I eat all the chocolates? No, I haven't. I had a few from last week out of that box. I had to fill it up. I ate 4. And then last week I was watching another one of my bushcraft videos. This guy's called Matthew Poser, and he has he goes camping with his dog in the wilderness. He's really funny, and I probably ate another 4 when I was watching that video. So there's still quite a few left, over 50 I'd say. There's over 50 Ferrero Rochers left at least, but I do need to eat them before they go off or go by their best before date, because they're really not nice when they go off, when they turn. They kind of go a little bit stale. So I do enjoy them. Maybe I should just buy some more, and then I won't have to worry about eating all and then having none left. In my search for examples, I have another box just like this, and it has Ferrero Rochers in, and I know they're about 2 years old, and I'm not going to touch those at all. Nah. Okay, so let's get these. Oh no, I did cut enough. Excellent. Okay, so let's quickly mat these. So I've done the outside, and now I'm doing the inside. And again, these matte dies that are here, this one here and this one here, let's make a bit of space, you can use on your photographs. Just finding the other one. This is the larger one as well. You can use that to die cut a photograph. So if you're not very good at like measuring out your photos, just print them, and then you can die cut the sections you want. Just place it on the photograph, the bit that you want, and then you can cut it out, and then that will perfectly fit on these flaps there. So that's another little trick as well. So we've done that one. Everything's merging together now, so we're almost there now. So I am looking forward to getting this filled with photos. So I'm thinking for this birthday party, and probably my daughter. Okay, so it looks like I've reconnected now. So I think my internet is still a little bit intermittent, but nothing like those huge problems I had 2 months ago. I'm still not brave enough to go back to my Tuesday lunchtime slots. I think I'm just going to have to bite bullet, just go for it, and go back to see if I can do a Tuesday time slot, because I do miss those Tuesday time slots. It was even more fun when the house was empty though. Okay, so I'm going to glue these underneath this lid. So I'm adding glue to the bottom of the flap there, and then these are glued directly at the bottom. So I'm just lining that up there, just like that, if you can see. So that is going to fall down like that, and then just repeat that again. So I'm going to get everything laid out the way I want first. So that's kind of how I want them to go round. Add your glue, and again you can get really creative with the orientation of your box, how you decorate it inside, how you do the pockets, how many pockets or how many boxes you put on the side. So I'm just making sure that this moves up and down before I properly glue that. Yep, I did disappear for a little bit, but yeah, I'm back. Okay, so July is next month, and I can't believe how fast this year has gone, which also means Christmas in July. So what projects would you like to see? Are you more into the mini albums or boxes for treats and things, little ideas like that? So my 12 days of Christmas, I still haven't finished that, so I will finish that in July as well, and then I'll pop on a few extra Christmas projects too, because there's only, I think it's just 2 or 3 videos I need to make for that series. So Debbie saying she loves boxes, and then saying dairy free is not the same. No, I don't think I would like dairy free. There's no dairy-free version of Ferrero Rocher, so her go-to chocolate now is green and black, dark orange and almond. I'm hoping that tastes nice. And hello, Mary. Ooh, Louis 59 next month, birthday month. So Sharon is saying mini album and advent calendar. So Lou, remind us next month when it's your birthday so we can all say happy birthday. Okay, so now this is going to pop upwards just like that, and then this is going to be our lid for the top, and there we have another box. So it looks untidy at the bottom, but that's going to be glued down here. So before I do that, I want to get all these done. Now these will fit, they will slot inside here and line up nicely. So let's get those matted. I'm only going to mat one side. Aha, I do need to do some die cutting. I only have 3. Oh no, there's one hiding. I have 4 mats. So I'm only going to do the mats on one side, because on the other side I'm going to have a photograph, and I'm going to use this, the same mat die, to cut my photograph out, so it's going to do the round corners for me at the top, or sideways, depending on how you want your orientation. So I wanted to do another couple of the mini album dies tutorials, but both of my binding sets have sold out at the moment. They are on order again for some more to come in, so it's going to take a good month for those to come back in at least. So I don't really want to do any mini album dies tutorials until they're back, because that's just teasing. So other videos that I'm thinking of making in the meantime are digital scrapbooking, digital papers. I'm going to do a review of my printer. I have filmed my printer unboxing and setup, so I'd like to do a review and printing pages in another video, because I didn't actually print anything in that video. So that's going to take a few hours for me at least to edit that video, because I've recorded the actual printer, I have it on my desk. The actual printer is on my desk, but I've also got my screen recording as well on the installation, as I go through all of those options too. So I'm just going to glue these in now, and these fit in perfectly. So what I'm going to do is just butt it up to the next one, just like that. It's kind of like a mini waterfall, but it's kind of like a standing up waterfall. So after I've edited that video, I'm going to film another one. And I think I asked you guys last week about a digital mini series, so I'm going to do something like that, where to find digital elements, where you can get free ones, where you can edit them, how you can get them printed off onto one sheet, because sometimes they all come individually and you can change the sizes of them, and you know, if you're new to all that, that can be quite overwhelming. And another thing that I want to do is show you guys how you can actually make digital scrapbook pages as well. So it would be, as an example, one of these pages here. Let me just get the magazine out, that might be easier to show you. I don't know what page I'm on. So these are the lovely papers. Oh, that's mine. That wasn't what I was... That is a scrapbook page there. But I wanted to show you the other one, which is my favourite. It's been ages since I've actually looked in this magazine. Here it is. So this is the scrapbook page that I made with all of the elements that you get in the box. But you can actually do stuff like this on the computer digitally instead of making a massive mess and fussy cutting. So if you have a digital scrapbook kit, there's loads available now to choose from. You can actually do all this online and then just print it out, or have it. You can order photo books. So if you have loads of these digital layouts, you can literally have them printed into books. And that is a really cool thing to do, and I have done that before as well. Or you can just print it out. You know, you can even go for A4 if you want to. If you're going for A4, just make sure that you buy archival safe page protectors in A4. You can normally find those places where they sell family tree things, and they're all going to be archival safe. So there's loads of options, but I want to show you how you can do this digitally online without making a big mess, you know, especially if, you know, your hands can't cut anymore and things like that. So going digital is a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get this box put in now. I've got two of these here now, so we have everything ready to go in. And again, use the matte die here to cut your photograph out to glue that in there. So let's get this lid put on. Having this all tucked away nicely is really going to help you line everything up. So let's pop this in the center. I'm going to have to stand up for this. Okay, that looks about right. Yep. Okay. So now when we open this up, it drops forward like that. And then we have our lovely tiny little mini album waterfall feature in the center. I really like that. And then you can cut your mats out, or however you want for all of these. So I do have some photographs here, so we can pop in maybe some nice flowers there. Oh, that's my son when he was a baby. Now these are blueberries before they turn blue, so these are all taken from my garden over the years. Here we have some of my lavender with a bee on there, Pop that in there. These are some peas, and these are potato flowers. They're really, really pretty. Potato flowers are really nice. And then once they die off, your potatoes are ready to dig up. So these are the tiny little peas. These never make it into the house because they get eaten before they make it in. So you can just pop in all your photos just like that. You can mat them onto paper or onto card, or you can just pop as many photos in as you want to. And again, you've got the larger pockets at the back. So I've made a big mess with this glue because I've been using it a lot. Okay, so I need to mat the top of this, and then I need to mat the lid there. Okay, so let's grab the ruler. Okay, so the top one needs to measure 2 3/8. So what paper should I go for? You can even layer it onto some cardstock. So maybe I'll do 2 3/8 and 2 1/2. So I think I'm going to go for this diamond sort of design. I said 2 3/8, didn't I? I'm going to double check that because that's what my brain does, it forgets things. 2 3/8, yeah. Okay, that's the first one. And then I'm going to cut one smaller. Maybe I'll have a scrap. Always check you have a scrap first before going into a new piece of paper. Oh no, that's all I've got left of that. Oh, here we go. Here we are. I'll save you for another day. So that was 2 3/8. So I'm going to take this down to 2 1/8. So that's going to give us 1/4 of an inch border of green. There we go. So apologies for the state of my nail varnish. There's only little bits left on there now, but I'm past the point of caring about my nails at the moment. We've had chickens this week and gardening and things. I will have a nice long soak in the bath tomorrow night, take off my nail varnish, and I don't think I'm going to put any more on. It's going to be naked nails. Yes, it's so easy once you have the dies that do everything for you. It really frees up your brain to just decorate it. So yeah, losing orange and almond. What I think that's chocolate, green and something. I did read it somewhere. I'm paying a lot more attention now to the, here we are, green and black dark chocolate. Yeah, those I'd say they are quite posh chocolate. Okay, so that is a box, what it looks like on the inside. I really love that. That is going to make a really nice first birthday party celebration box for my daughter. So maybe we can see if we can decorate it. I just love these kits. Everything that I'm using here today is all from that Flying High kit. You get everything in there. It's linked down below, and you also get this candy as well. These are kind of like domed paper embellishments. These are orange. I do like them, but I'm thinking I'm going to pop these in my Halloween box. This is going to make some perfect Halloween confetti or even gluing around Halloween projects. So I'm going to save that for that. Okay, so we have, this is going to be way too big for anything. So this might actually go on the top here, possibly. And we also have bunting as well, butterflies. Here we go. Got happy birthday, party time. That would be a good one too. We have good luck on your special day, best wishes, happy birthday to you. We have, I love this sort of bunting, it goes downwards. So this one would look really nice. Possibly glued here. So drop down, or maybe even here. Yes, I'm going to pop that there. You can even use a foam pad as well. Pop that in the centre. So this is like the fun bit. You get to decorate. I've still got energy now in my head, my brain. I'm not tired to actually have the space. I need a lot of space to get creative, and if there's no space there, it just doesn't happen. Don't know if any of you are the same. Okay, so I'm going to add that there. I think I would like a circle behind there, so I'm going to go into my, I'm actually going to use something else. I'm going to grab a circle punch. Okay, this one is 1.5. That might be a bit small, but we'll go for that. Gotta love the Stampin' Up punches. There we go. Oh, I think I might want to add some pink now. Let's grab the next size up. I'm just destroying the set here. My light has just collapsed. There we go. Fixed. Right. I now have the 1 3/4 punch, and I need some pink cardstock. This is why I like to keep my scraps. So I'm going to see if that's going to fit. 1 3/4. And if you're wondering why my initials are there, I used to do Stampin' Up workshops locally in my area. Something I do miss, actually. I miss doing those. So maybe I should do just the normal ones. Hopefully when things return to somewhat normal. Okay. Circle punches and circle dies are absolutely essential for me to have in my stash ready to go. I absolutely love them. I don't think I'd be able to craft without them. All those die sets, the nesting die sets of all the basic shapes. I love those, so they're really, really handy. So I'm going to put this happy birthday there. Again, this would look great with foam pads. There we go. That's looking really nice now. So I would not be at this stage at this point if I was doing this by scratch. I know that for a fact. Okay, so let's get the lid on now, and then we can do the next. Let's do the top here. So I am going to whip out, I think, some glitter cardstock and cut that at 3 7/8. So let's grab, yes, this one. So I said 3 7/8. 3 7/8. There we go, put that on top. And I think I might be able to have some green. Yes, I'm going to have the green, so I'm going to do that 1/4 of an inch shorter. So that was 3 7/8. So 1/4 is 2/8. So 1 2. That's 3 7/8. So 3 5/8. Pop that on there. That's looking really nice. And now we just need to choose one more piece of patterned paper for the top. What shall we go for? Thinking, I don't want it to be too busy or to clash. That's the only thing. So maybe I should just go for something like this from this corner. No, I don't think so. Oh, this is the decisions. This is the decisions. See, that has a direction, and we have a box here. So I'm going to go for that one again, I think. So, do I have any scraps? I do. Not big enough. Okay, we have to cut into that. So our last measurement was 3 5/8. So we're going to take this down again, another 1/4 inch to 3 3/8. There we go. And I think I might just go into the die set again and do, there is a funky label here. I call it a funky label because it's not a proper label. It's a tag with a funky label thingy on it. Here we go. And there's another one here actually to choose from, but I might just go for that. Should I go for that? Party time. See, it will do the hole as well, but you can cover the hole if you want to use it. Or should I just go for the circles? I think I might just go for the circles. That's a bit small. I'm thinking that's just too small for the top of the box. So let's see. Oh, we do have this. See, decisions. No, that's too big now. Got butterflies. I like this. Let's try this. Let's audition it. Happy birthday. That does disappear in. Okay. Bunting would look good on there too. But I think I'm just going to die cut that out. Do I have any more of that green card? Actually, pink will look nice. Yeah, let's do the pink. You get to see me use my new plates. I have some silver glitter plates, and if you saw my craft haul this morning, you'd have seen me show you those, but I'm actually going to use them now. Here they are, lovely and glittery, and I'm just keeping one as my cutting plate. And this one stays at the top at all times, and I won't get them mixed up because I can see now where I've been cutting them. I can see all the cut lines. Oh, birds are starting to sing, so I'm guessing they're going to bed. So I'm hoping another family member downstairs will remember to lock the chickens in and shut their door for them. Where's the box? Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to cut this out again in the green. I'm looking for a bigger green. Here we go, this is a nice big patch. Quite liking these glitter ones, they're really different. I think you can get them in gold as well. Okay, we're going to layer these together just so that we have kind of like a little bit of colour difference, and that will look nice. Put my dies away before I lose them. So I'm not too sure if I'm liking that party time now, so do I really want to use it? So let's get everything layered together and glued in place. And I think I have changed my mind on that party time thing. Okay, not sure if I want the party time now. Maybe it looks better that way round. Perhaps I'm going to just leave it, I think. I'm going to pop these two together because I know I want those. I know I want those layered, but something I do like to use is I like to use the letter alphabet dies to do like an initial. So I might do that, and this will look nice with some of the leaves and the flowers. So I'm going to use some foam pads. Oh, I have a bow here. I use this bow on everything, I think. The butterfly bow from last week. That would look really nice on there too. So this is where you're in danger now of overthinking things. So I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'm not going to finish it off tonight. I'm going to come back tomorrow and finish it off because I know how my brain works now. So if I can't make a decision, I'm going to leave it till the morning and look at it with fresh eyes. So I will put some twine through there as well. But I am going to try and finish it off. That would look good, maybe. Yes, I'm going to leave that tomorrow, and I will probably put her initials on there, or write her name out as well. I don't know. And I will use these pieces of foliage here. So we have two different styles of leaves and two styles of flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add those around there as well, and probably pop her initials on there, and then I can take some photographs. Okay, so I'm going to read some of your comments now. So I'm hoping that has made sense on how this goes together. I'm sure you may have looked at the Editions die set and thought, well, how the heck does that work with this? This is exactly how it does it, and I did that in just over an hour. And I spent probably an hour die cutting earlier on as well, so 2 hours to make this. That's really not that bad going, especially as you could spend a very good amount of hours doing this one from scratch. So I'm going to read some of your comments now. So Donna saying it's her birthday on Monday, gave her husband a long wish list with some of my die sets on it. No idea what he has got though. Well, good luck. I'm hoping that you get everything on your list, including cardstock as well, to to do that with, so you've got to have cardstock to go with all the dies. So she buys them, Debbie buys them and gives them back. Sorry, she gives them to hubby to give back to her. Yeah, Mr. G's a bit hit and miss sometimes. He does try. He tries every birthday, but he can't guess what's in my head all of the time from what I want. And sometimes I leave clues. Sometimes I give him a list. Sometimes I leave him like a fish out of water, and he has to do it himself. So it's our 20th year together this year in November. So we've had a lot of practice for birthdays and Christmas, and yeah, we've kind of got it down to a T now. So he doesn't buy me any crafty things because I can buy that myself. So yes, I'm really difficult to buy for because, you know, I'm not one of those girls that likes perfume. You can't play it safe with me, I'm afraid. You really can't. You can't just go and buy me some perfume or a makeup set or anything like that. It has to be literally specific. If you don't get that specific thing, then, you know, but perfume, what am I going to do with that? So yeah, Debbie's saying 36 years married tomorrow. Wow, it's your anniversary tomorrow. So do you normally go out at all for your anniversaries, or is it got to that point where it's 36 years and I may have lost connection again, so it may buffer for a while. So I'm hoping I'm back. So Wendy's saying just had 40 years together and still hasn't got a clue. I'm not surprised, sometimes they still don't. Julie, same here. Happy anniversary. Yes, definitely happy anniversary. That's a long time. 36 years. And the 40 years as well. There's a lot of anniversaries around, so, and birthdays in July. Lots of birthdays in July. Okay, so I have to think now about next week's project. I don't think I'm going to be ready for the craft along for next week because you'd need to get in the paper bags. I ordered mine from Amazon Prime, so it all depends whether you can kind of get the same one in, or I can craft along with whatever size bags that you've got, but you will have to manually measure. So I would say it's this long, or just measure your paper bag top to bottom and then add 1/4 of an inch. It'll be instructions like that if you're using a different size bag. Debbie saying she met him when she was 11. That's a long time ago. I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying, even for me, 11, being age 11 is a very long time ago. So Mr. C, Lynn says, Mr. C asked my son to get something from my wish list when it's her birthday. That's nice, and it's really nice to kind of make sure that you kind of get what you want. I don't like guesses. I get really nervous when there's a present and I don't know what it is. It's almost like heebie-jeebies. So Louise is saying, John is fabulous at getting me the right gifts. Lucky. Yes, you are very lucky. Yeah, so sometimes when Mr. G knows I like something, he'll buy me 10 of them, and then I'll get a massive box of just like the same item, which I don't mind, especially when he does that with chocolate a lot. I remember one Christmas, I love mint matchmakers, and my best friend, she gets me a box every single year, and I get her a box every single year. It's our little tradition. But Mr. G decided he was going to get me a box, but he didn't just get me one box, he got me 10 boxes of mint matchmakers. It took me a good 6 months to eat those. I was a bit, oh, it's too many. But luckily I had like that 6 months break before Christmas again, so that was nice. So I was back liking the mint matchmakers after that. And then you can't go wrong with Ferrero Rocher either, so I really like that. So Debbie saying, oh no, I'm 59. No, that's not old. Yep, chocolates are always a hit. I've actually asked him this year to start thinking about Christmas, things he's going to get me, because my birthday is also 2 weeks after Christmas as well, so he has to go through all of that again and make it special when no one's in the mood for kind of like birthdays and celebrations and things. So yes, that was a lot of mint matchmakers. Match made in heaven, yes. So I've suggested to him this year maybe he'd like to put a little hamper together or a gift box and just fill it with all of my favourite things, and I'd be happy with that. I really would. All I want are my favourite things, no surprises, things like that. So yes, Judy's saying the hobs that loves Ferrero Rocher. I think most of us do. There's only going to be a couple of people that don't, I think, or a few people that can't have them but would like to. So okay, so I've been talking about chocolate and Christmas now for a good probably 10 minutes ish, I think now. So I think it's time for me to actually go and eat some. I think, yes. Oh, I've got a Ben & Jerry's ice cream in the freezer. I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to watch my bushcraft video and eat my ice cream. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I really enjoyed this. This does not feel like work for me. I do this, you know, as part of my job. I'm like a full-time crafter as my job now, so I really love that. But I've just worked a Saturday night, and it does not feel like I've just worked a Saturday night. You know, when I was 18, I was a waitress. I worked Saturday night. I worked till like 11:30 at night, from like a 6 p.m. start, 6 to 11:30 on a busy Saturday night restaurant. Tips were good, and I did enjoy that too, but I was tired after that. But this is completely different. I've really enjoyed this little bit of a Saturday night working. So it's crazy what 20 years difference makes. So yes, ice cream. It's chocolate flavoured ice cream then. I think I have 2 tubs. They were reduced. They're on special at the co-op, so it's £3 a tub. So I grabbed myself 2. So I have cookies and cream, and the other one's some fudge or something like that, chocolate fudge or something. But yes, so I hope you all have a great evening. I know that many of you won't be going to bed after this. You will all be going off and maybe staying on YouTube. I'm going to stay on YouTube now. I'm going to have a little rest, watch YouTube, catch up on all the videos that I haven't watched the last couple of days, and eat my ice cream. So I hope everyone else has a really good time for the rest of their Saturday, and you all have a really good rest tomorrow on Sunday. So everything I've used today, all of this is going to be linked down below, and there will be some new videos coming up in the next week, but I'll definitely be back on Saturday with another project. So fingers crossed, hopefully we can do that craft along, but if it is, I will give you plenty of notice so that you can get yourselves ready. So it'll be late night Saturday crafting for everyone, I think, maybe. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me today, and if you're on the replay, thank you very much for staying this long, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.